Yeah, it's kind of what's the point. And I suppose as well, though, you say you've been driving it for 6 years, like as your main go-to. It's kind of like people have been practicing an instrument for many years, but they've been on and off. And I'm sort of more the on and off type person.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds more like you have actually been for 6 years playing the instrument, living that life.
Yeah,
well, get a hold of it.
I
haven't.
I was doing, like, my channel basically started with my switch to Linux. So I kind of had, like, that as, like, a driving force to try new things out.
Content, baby.
Exactly,
it's an amazing motivator.
Yeah, you're mentioning music there. I wish I had that as a motivation for the guitar back then. Maybe I should make a music channel.
I can't show you the two guitars and a bass sitting behind me that are actually actively dusty at the minute. I've been modeling one of them in Blender, but I haven't been playing the damn thing.
I don't know how much dust is on that guitar back there. I started. It's
best not to think about it
because I started learning and I was like going through the motions, and then I just stopped at one point, and now it's just part of my background.
Yep. It's very easy to drop. I had a year, but like not last year, would have been the year before last. I was busy with work. Anyway, where I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn. I wanted to learn Neverment by American Football. Just like it's one riff, but you have to play it pretty consistently throughout, and then there's a few variations. And I spent about a year getting to the point where I could actually like do stuff like play and sing some songs and stuff. And it was going well. And then we got to Christmas. I had to go home, and I drive a little 2-seat Miata, so car doesn't fit in the boot, and I'd have to strap it in the passenger seat, and that's where everything else I own goes when I go home for Christmas. I haven't picked it up again properly since. It's so easy to fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know. There's things which are like really stuck with me. Like, I did programming in high school, and then I stuck with that. I did a software engineering degree, and I still do the occasional bit here and there. I've been trying to get back into doing game development. That's kind of happening on and off, but I don't know. This is probably just an excuse, but I do fall out of things pretty quickly. I should just actually go and do so. It's not even like it's a difficult thing to go and like get back into. Like, it's literally like 5 steps away. I can just go pick up the guitar right now.
Yeah, like it's almost in arm's reach, but I think it's reductive to sort of feel that yes, I could just go and do it, but it feels like there's something stops. For me, it's the ADHD brain, and I have to chug a can of Monster to keep focus, not even to be awake, that sort of thing. But I think there is just sort of a mental effort. I want to nerdy comparison. It's kind of like ionizing radiation. You need a certain amount of energy to kick an electron out, and if you don't have it, you're just going to bounce off of it. You gotta get to that point. But it's by no means easy. You got to make those X-rays.
And I've kind of like tried to. It's been the same with a lot of other things. Like I saw you did the whole like donut tutorial Blender thing, and you're doing the Blender guitar. I've gone through the Blender tutorial as well. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn Blender properly, and I do the donut part. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Yep, okay, I like this. And then it's like, okay, well, I think it's because I picked up the hobby without necessarily having a explicit goal in mind.
Oh, right, yeah. So that's sorry.
No, go ahead. It's all good. A bit of
absolutely a thing. I tried to pick up 3D before, and I had the same problem where I downloaded. I think I had a student license for like one of the Fusion ones or whatever, or Max, whatever. And I got in there, and I'm like, "There's a lot of tools here. I'm sure I could learn these. What do I want to make? I just want a 3D model. I don't want to make the 3D model.
Right.
I want the process.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel that. If you don't have like, it's the same with programming. If you don't have like something you want to make, you can't just noodle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like usually when I do programming now, I have like some explicit thing I'm trying to solve. Like one random thing is for my videos. I did this a while ago now, but I still use it very actively. I edit my videos with Caden Live, and the project file is just XML, and I wanted some way to take the like track markers and then export those and use them as YouTube timestamps. And it's literally just a bit of JSON embedded in XML. So it was very easy to work out. It was just it's just the file's 10,000 lines long to work out under what ridiculous I think it's like 10 nodes deep to find where the file. It's consistent. It's just really annoyingly placed. But I sat down, worked out how to use the Python, XML, and JSON stuff, and it works great now. I don't know if it's portable to every single setup. It doesn't matter. For my situations, I've never had it break, which is all I want. But I think this is... I was saying before about the whole content thing. I started the channel as I was learning Linux. I think... even with that, I still get like really comfortable with certain things, right? I used to be someone who would jump around between different window managers, trying out a bunch of different things, and then it got to a point where it's like, okay, I could do this, but I'm still getting comfortable in this one environment. I still like to have something which is like a stable base that I can rely on, not necessarily like upending everything I'm doing every couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like if like computers are a fun thing because they're kind of like a house, and like you got to live there, and it's almost like living in a renovation project. You can do it, but sometimes you want to come home and you want to not have to shower in the garden with the hose. You actually want to shower, and it'd be nice to have a separate thing for that. Smaller scale, 2 houses in this economy. Who could ever? But like. The principles there, it can be quite fatiguing over time. I think that's the appeal of some things like Nix and the like as well, especially is that they just can get back to where you were, and you don't have no computer to play games on in the something.
One thing that actually is gonna, I do want to talk about Nix. We'll get to that in just a moment. One thing I think will actually help with this is I have not sold my old PC parts, so after I do this next upgrade, I'm going to have all of the parts required to build a second PC without having to buy anything extra for it. I think I'll need like a case for it, but...
Ship a Theseus, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like my old GPU is still sitting on my... I'd meant to get rid of it, and then I was like, wait, but what if I... Maybe it makes sense to keep it. It won't be the fastest system, right? It'll be like I think it'll be like a RX 570 or something.
I've been Team Green for too long to know what that means.
It's like a AMD GPU from 6 years ago, something like that. So mid-tier from 6 years ago, and then AMD 3600X or something. Oh, that weirdly okay. Why did that happen? I can still see the. Can you hear me still just fine?
Yeah, I can see you. I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, it just in OBS, your capture just died for a second. It was still... I've got it open in a browser window. It was still fine there, but it just died in OBS.
Oh, yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, having like a separate dedicated machine where if it breaks, it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That I think is going to help to just experiment with random things.
You're building a home lab, essentially, really there.
That's effectively, yeah.
Which is very nice. Yeah, like a full-size one. We've got a similar situation here. My roommate and I have enough parts to build 1.5 computers at this point. We've even got a case that's just collecting dust, and sometimes the cat sleeps in it. Theory, we'll put that together at some point. And I think it's a great use of it because there's a lot of problems with e-waste as well, especially. So you're kind of getting around that. I've been using dead GPUs as Christmas decorations for years now because you can take the little fan cable and hook it over the tree. Great fun.
I did have a hard drive as a coaster at one point, so I know the feeling.
Good. That's good. I've got my floppy disk as a coaster here. Not very good. If you have condensation, they fill with mold. Turns out, so it doesn't have its platter anymore. But I just colored it in with Sharpie on the inside so it looks like it has one, and we're back in business. That's what we call a temporary fix forever.
Absolutely perfect.